Inside the Mohegan Sun Arena at KC Plaza for Ice Caps TV, St. John's broadcaster Brian Rogers with Ice Caps head coach Keith McCambridge. Coach, here we go now here on this Saturday, the 5th of May, in a sunny and warm weather on the outside, but inside she's heating up as well. It's down to a best of 5 now, Keith.
Yeah, it's obviously they got what they wanted, having a split in our building. I thought in the first game, I thought we played well, executed pretty good, but with that being said, I thought Wilkes-Barre didn't bring their best game. You could see some fatigue on their side for playing that hard-fought Game 5 against Hershey. The second game, they came out with a real strong push, which we knew they would, which we talked about, and that we've dealt with all season long in St. John's as the back-to-back. And our game wasn't at a level that it needs to be for this time of the year. End of story. That was for loose pucks. Our execution wasn't there. We didn't go to areas that you needed paying the price for the second round for game 2. So we have to be better. We know, again, they're well rested now. We've had some chance to rest, go over some things in practice, but we got to make sure our game is at a higher level than it definitely was for game 2.
Yeah, these two teams mirror each other, Keith, as you and I have discussed earlier in the season. Obviously, you throw that out the door now because it is the postseason. The concern with the specialty teams, you need to get the power play going, and they're so dangerous shorthanded.
Yeah, our power play, we're not at a point now where we're overly concerned with it. Obviously, the power play during the playoffs is important. Special teams is key the whole playoffs. But with ourselves, they're a very good team in blocking shots. They do well 5-on-5. They do exceptionally well on their penalty kills. So it's a matter of finding lanes, and it all rolls into the same thing I just talked about, battling for these pucks. We'll generate shots from the point, we'll generate shots from the flanks, but we can't retrieve the puck. So it's one shot, it's down, now you break it back out, you come back down, you're 45 seconds in and you're running out of gas. So we got to make sure we're retrieving those loose pucks, make sure again that we're competing hard to get those pucks back and get them to areas where we can now set up again. So power play, some things that worked on during practice today, some decent chances during that game, but overall I have to find better lanes, have to make sure we're getting those pucks back for those punch shots.
Yeah. Talk to Paul Postman a little bit, Keith, and he was a little bit frustrated with the fact that he's not able to get his shot through there, but he's also thinking he doesn't want to let one go and have it go off his shin pad and see those guys darting up the ice again.
Yeah, that's what they do well. They hold those shot lanes and they come out aggressively, so if it does bounce a long way, you're chasing it up the ice. So you got to move, you got to be lateral on that blue line, find those lanes and get those pucks through, and he needs support. If that lane isn't there, you got to make sure guys are supporting him to make sure we work fine that lane. They're short one guy, so eventually you move the puck around enough, you're going to find some open areas.
Yeah. I noticed you doing a little line mixing and matching as the game went on. You're trying to find the combination. Yeah, you know, it's just that's the nature of the beast this time of the year. They're one-goal games, the greasy ones you're looking for. Are you kind of content now with what you're going to throw out there, like when you're full lines?
Well, I didn't like the bench. I didn't have much to go with. You know, you look in games like that where you're looking for a spark, you're looking for guys who can put a line together. I thought a couple lines that were Klingberg, Cormier, Mahachuk added a little spark. I thought our fourth line there in Murray, Swat, and Albert was good at times, but I didn't have enough to pull from. The guys know that they need to be better. So a chance to process here and think the direction we're going to go. So possibly adding in some guys here for game 3, but we'll have a chance to watch them in practice today. I'll talk with my staff here and see what we decide, but possibly some lineup changes.
Yes. You know what a great leader that Garth is too. He was really upset at the outcome of game 2 on Wednesday, the 3-1 loss, and he let it be known. Yeah,
Muzz is a great leader. We got a lot of character guys like that, and Muzz was very vocal about it, and rightfully so. So he knows as a veteran, as a professional, that you can't come out with that sort of performance and expect to be a team in the second. So we have that in our room. He's a big part of that. It's also on top when you look at games, you got to make sure you're, as we did from game 1, possibly, and only they know in the room whether they were patting themselves on the back too much, not get too high or too low. That even keel that you need all season long, especially this time of year. So some areas of things we talked about, now turn the page and make sure we're on the level we need to be against a very good team.
Inspiring to say the least, seeing Jason Jambry here with the boys. Every single guy who man saw him getting on the charter. He had the little neck brace on its own, but everybody, you can see in their hearts, are so happy to have the captain here.
Yeah, Jeff was a huge part of our team all season long, as you know, Rod. So to have him join us now, to have him be around the guys is really good for him and really good for the team. You know, I could hear in the back of the bus a couple of times last night, Jeff's laugh. So I'm sure after a tough couple weeks of him having to go through a very difficult surgery. It's good to get his mind off that and get around his teammates. So it's nice to have him back. He's going to join us on the bench as a coaching staff and be back there for the guys, for the support, bring his leadership. So I think, again, that's going to be really good for the team and going to be really good for Jeff.
That's fantastic news to hear. And then yesterday he was riding the bike and he said, "Wow, this is feeling the greatest," but it's the first thing he's done in 2 months, he said.
Yeah, I know. I talked to him a couple of times when he was waiting for his surgery. He was down at the MTS Center there in Winnipeg, and he was doing some exercise and trying to keep busy. So not surprising with Jeff. He comes to work every day, and he never takes a day off, whether he's hurt or not. So nice to see that surgery went really well, and we're looking forward to him speedy recovery and getting back on the ice next year.
Absolutely. That's great news. So Ice Cap fans, here you go. The captain, he's still here, and he's going to be on the bench as the Ice Caps pursue a big win here tonight in Wilkes-Barre. Scranton will be on the air at 8:35 with the call. Keith, thanks so much for this. Ice Caps TV, head coach Keith McCambridge. I'm Brian Rogers. Enjoy your day, everyone.